are prepping for puppy. We're going to cover everything you need to get ready for your puppy to come home. And that way you'll have all the tools and stuff you need before your puppy gets here. Alright, the first thing we're going to cover is setups. The first thing you want to get is a crate that's the right size for your dog. So if you have a small dog, you can get a tiny crate. If you have a bigger puppy, you can get a big crate. Obviously, you don't want to keep buying bigger and bigger crates. So you can get the crate that's going to fit them as an adult, and then use the divider to gradually make it bigger for your puppy, because initially you don't want them to have the whole crate. Otherwise, they'll pee and poop in one corner and sleep in the other, which we don't want that to happen. So crates. The next thing is the X pen. So you want to build a little pen for your puppy where they can move around and be safe. That way you can supervise them without having to worry about where your puppy went. So this is a really nice, very sturdy type pen that stands on its own. Not really easy to move around, but really sturdy. Puppies can jump on it and it won't fall. We have this one, which is really easy to fold and move around, but it's not quite sturdy. So when you set it up, you typically have to prop it up against walls or crates and secure them with little clips to make sure it doesn't wobble, but really easy to move around. You also want to make sure you get the appropriate height, right? If you have a large puppy, just get a tall one. This is a 36-inch because those guys, puppies can jump over them really quickly as soon as you get them home. So you make sure you have the right height. Boop. Another thing you really want to be conscious of when you have puppy is safety and being able to section your home so you can have puppy safe rooms. So we have here a baby gate that closes and opens. And then we also have one of those guys. Really sturdy, heavy, really good for puppies, easy to move around. It's not permanently fixed, so if you need to section off different places, really easy to use that. If it's going to be permanent, then the baby gate is really good. Because once it's in, it doesn't go anywhere. It's pressure mounted, so super sturdy. She could jump on it and it's not going to move. Okay. The last thing to think about with your setup is some kind of bedding. Puppies typically like to have some soft spot they can lounge on. I like little crate mats or crate pads that don't have a whole lot of stuffing. These guys are fine too, the little bumper beds, but you do want to be careful that the puppies don't eat the fleece or the stuffing in the side, so you want to supervise them. My personal favorites are rolled up blankets or towels. They're very easy to clean through in the wash. No stuffing at all for puppies to chew through. And again, very easy to set up. You also want to have some pee pads on hands. So when we have puppies, and we'll cover this in another video about potty training, you want to try as much as possible to take them outside to go potty. But in case of an emergency overnight, or you're going to be gone for a long time, having pee pads on hand is great so the puppy can actually go to the bathroom without soiling their area. And you can even line the crate with pee pads as well, especially the first few overnights, because they might just pee, and that way they don't step in it and get themselves all dirty and everything. Alright, in your setup, you also want to include different types of toys and enrichment activities. So here we have enrichment items, which are items that the puppy doesn't really play or chew on, but things to explore, sniff, investigate, step on, different textures. Those are a really great way to build mental stimulation and to kind of expose puppies to different kind of things. So we have a little balance disc right there that has ridges on one side. We have a cone with holes, and you can hide food in there to make it more interesting. We have a foam brick, also really nice texture. Make sure you supervise your puppies with those because those make yummy, yummy chews. We have a water bottle, nice cranky, and we have different types of boxes that puppies usually love to step on, step in, and I like to do a rotation. So every day I'll add a different one and rotate them around so that they're always kind of new for puppy. That way they're always going to have that extra mental stimulation. Puppy toys. It's really important to have different kinds of puppy toys. Again, puppies like different texture. The more variety you have, the more mental stimulation you're going to get. One of the things to be careful about is stuffing. Puppies tend to rip up things pretty quickly, faster than you think, and you do not want them to ingest any stuffing. So I like these guys, the Indestructibles. They squeak, there's no stuffing in there, there's no really small parts. They're really sturdy for puppies. It's really hard for them to rip through them. This guy, also same thing. squeakers, no stuffing. Some of those come with crinkle paper, which is really nice. And then we have soft rubber toy. Those are nice to kind of start chewing on. And then we have hard rubber toys. Same thing, when the teeth start falling out and the new teeth start coming in, puppies really like having something really hard so they can really kind of break those gums on. So those are little types of toys that I like to have in my little puppy setup area. Alright, so along with toys, we also have food puzzles. So those you can use to feed your puppies dinner, meal times, whatever, or you can use them as toys as well, especially as pacifiers. So when you have to put your puppy in a crate or you want some quiet time, those are great little things to have for them to keep busy. So we have our foraging tools, so slow feeder bowls. This is a snuffle mat where you just hide the kibble around and the puppy has to kind of root and move the food around to get it. Really nice mental stimulation. Then we have our stuffables. So those are either hollow bones, rubber toys that you can stuff with kibble, peanut butter, yogurt, whatever tickles your fancy, as we say. And those are really nice and thing. Puppies have to kind of work out the kibble, so it creates really good mental stimulation. And then we have the wobbler, which is more interactive. You put kibble in there, and the dog has to actually paw and move it around to get the kibble out. So it's a really nice workout for puppies with the wobbler. Alright, so now we're on to chews. So we had food puzzles that are interactive and work out your puppy's brain. And now we have chews, which are really just pacifiers. They don't provide that much mental stimulation, but they just take time to eat. And a lot of times after they're done, puppies will be tired from the chewing and will take a nap. So those are great for puppies in the crate. So we have different kinds. Those are thin, soft. So we have beef gullet. This is bison jerky. So they're really nice, really soft, really good for very young puppies that don't have big teeth needed for the bully sticks. Same thing, size is really important. You really want to make sure that the chews are long and wide enough that they can't fit in your puppy's throat, right? So you don't want to break those into tiny pieces because then they become choking hazards. And you always want to supervise your puppy when they have chews of any kind. So something the bison jerky, nice and soft, will break down really easily. Next we have the Whimsies. So those are fully edibles. They're made of rice flour, potato flour. Same thing, size is important. With puppies, it's better to go bigger than smaller. So these guys are great for little chihuahuas, dachshunds, very small puppies. But I don't really usually recommend this size. I always go for the jumbos or the large because puppies will keep working on them as they go down, and once you get to a small section that can fit down your dog's throat, it needs to be tossed because we do not want to choke on them. Same thing with bully sticks. The bigger the better. Those guys can be a little tough for very young puppies because they don't have their adult teeth yet. So sometimes they're not super interested initially, but they're really nice to have around. Same thing when it comes down to a small strip, time to toss it. And I love those guys. So you have cow cheeks. This is wild boar hide. Nice and dry, big piece, really soft when the puppies chew on it, so puppies love those. And you want to stay away from rawhide, right? Rawhide is everywhere. It's really easy to find, but it's not digestible. Puppies a lot of times will ingest it when they're chewing on it, and you risk having them have an intestinal blockage from the rawhide being stuck in there. So you really want to make sure that whatever they get is big enough that they can't swallow and choke on it, and that they're fully digestible. Alright, equipment for our puppy. So one of the things that you want to get almost right away is a collar for your puppy, so you can put their ID tags on it. That's really important in case they do get lost, so they can find you. Same thing, you can try and get as close to the doll size that your puppy's going to get. Sometimes with really large dogs, you're going to have to buy a couple of those because they're just going to outgrow them. Nice, simple buckle collar will do the trick just to put their ID on. I don't typically recommend walking puppies on the collar anyway, so you don't have to worry really about it being sturdy. You just want it to be there so you can have your tags on there. What I like to use for puppies walking is a Y harness. So you have that Y shape in the front. It allows for full range of movement in the shoulders. It's really comfortable. This is a Herta. Nice padded, very soft. Nice little handle on the back. Strong loop for the leash because you do want it to be really sturdy. And you want to make sure that it fits well and that every strap is completely there. There's no chewing, because puppies are sneaky. They'll chew a little piece of the strap without you noticing, and then poof, you have empty harness. So those are really nice harnesses. The leash for puppy, 6-foot leash is really nice. Those rope leash are nice on the hands. They're very comfortable. Do not use a retractable leash for your puppy. It always has tension on them, so it doesn't really help them understand how to walk without pulling. And also it's really dangerous. They get tangled in it, you get tangled in it. So stick to regular leash. And if you want to have a little bit more freedom to your puppy or distance, you can use a long line. This is a biothane, which is really nice on the hands, really easy to clean, and they come in different lengths. So this is a 10-footer. You can have 15 feet, 20 feet, up to 50 feet. And those are great for puppies. Boop. And we also have our little travel water bowl. Really important if you're gonna be out and about with puppies, especially in the summer. They do get hot and thirsty really quickly. This is nice, collapsible. You can clip it to your belt, your pants, or your treat bag, and then you can give them water on the go. And remember, with the equipment, collars, harnesses, and leashes, when puppies go back in their crate, they should be naked. So no collar, no harness, because it's really easy for them to get hooked into part of the crate, and you do not want them to choke. So the collar is on when they're loose in the house, with you, supervised, out and about, so that they can have their identifiers. But when they're in their crates or unsupervised, you should take all of their equipment off. All right, grooming tools. So even though your puppy is going to be a tiny, itsy baby when it comes home, it's really important to already have some grooming tools on hand, so you can get used to being brushed and having their nails trimmed, so they grow up being confident about these. So here we have a variety of tools. We have bristle brushes, we have sickle brush, and then we have one of those undercoat rakes. If you're not sure about which tools to have for your puppy, be sure to ask your breeder. They'll be able to tell you which kind of brushes are needed for their coat types and kind of how to maintain your dog's coat. I like the Furminator as a great all-around brush that works on all types of coats. It's rubber, nice and soft, and massages your dog. So this is a nice one to always have on hand regardless. You also want to have nail clippers. Those are really nice for larger dogs. They also make those smaller and skinnier. For puppies, again, make sure to ask your breeder for the best size and tool. And then we have the Dremel, which is nail filer. So it turns on the nail and it files them down so they're nice and soft. Really nice tool to have on hand as well. All right, now we're going to cover some relaxation tools. It's really important for your puppy setup to foster relaxation and calm. You want your puppy to be comfortable in here. One of the things I love to use is the adaptable diffuser. So these are doggy pheromones. They don't smell like anything for us, but they're very soothing to puppies and dogs. And this comes into different formats. So you have the diffuser, you have a collar, and you have a spray. The diffuser is my favorite because it's usually the one that works the best. And you just plug this little guy into the wall, and it will diffuse constantly into the room. You can also play soothing, calming classical music. So here I have my Alexa that likes to play music for the puppies when I'm gone. Be careful, remember, puppies will chew through everything, so you want to make sure that any cord or electrical item is away from their pen or crate so they can't reach into it. If you do have outlets near your doggy's crates and setup, having one of those guys, outlet protector, child-proof, to make sure that puppies can't put their noses or paws or hair in there is important. All right, cleaning supplies. So it's very important to keep your puppy area clean to make sure they don't have any diseases and clean up pees and poops. So I like to use gentle, non-toxic cleaners. So I have Myers and Method, which you can find in most stores very easily. For pee and poop cleanup, I usually like to use an enzymatic cleaner. Nature's Miracle, which you can find in most pet stores, is a really good cleaner. You do want to avoid bleach-based cleaners, not only because they're pretty dangerous for puppies that tend to lick a lot on the floor, but also because they have ammonia, which to dogs smells like pee. So if you use bleach in the puppy area, they're likely to pee in that spot because they think it's a pee spot. Thanks for watching our Prepping for Puppy video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you get all of our helpful dog training and puppy training tips. And we look forward to seeing you around.